We're finally getting a break here from the heat. We have been getting really crazy high temperatures here in central Indiana. And I have been watering these containers in the front of the house that face the south side almost every day. I mean, sometimes I even have to come here later at night and just give them a little bit of a drink just so that they can make it until the next morning. But I think that overall everything is doing great. I was a little bit worried for the coleus. The coleus started showing a little bit of struggle, especially when those upper 90 temperatures started showing up in many days in a row. But they recuperated, they are doing great. I have only fertilized these containers once and they're doing amazing. I did add a little bit of fertilizer, the little balls that they release fertilizer every time you water. And other than that, I really haven't done much to this. I do wish that I remember the type of dahlias that I planted here because I can't remember. And I think this is one of the new ones. One of the geraniums that I have here, I have two colors. One of them, I thought that they were going to be white. I got those at Menards and they were white when I got them and they had no tags. They turned out to be pink. I wasn't really planning to have pink geraniums here, but I think that they look all right. But I love those red geraniums. They are not a very intrusive type of red, if you know what I mean. They're this like darker, soft, neutral, if that even makes sense, red. So it really goes really well with my lantana that I have there and with my coleus. I mentioned before these coleus, Mighty Mosaic coleus is my favorite. I started it from seed and I got the seeds from Pine Tree Seeds, I believe. I have grown this variety for quite a few years now and I just love this variety. It can handle really a lot of sun. This, just to give you an idea, these guys are facing the south side, and I mean, if they do struggle, it's because I don't have enough water for them, but they do really well. If you are wondering what plants I have here or how I put these guys together with the trellises and the elevated dahlias, you can go back to one of my videos that I posted early in May. I'll try to add a link to the video's description, and if you're interested in seeing that, it's like really not anything super fancy. As I mentioned, the dahlias that I have here are starting to bloom. Gosh, look at these gorgeous things. The mosquitoes are starting to bother me. I'm gonna have to get my spray because the mosquitoes started as well. Look at these beautiful things. The Verbena bonariensis is doing exactly what I wanted it to do. And it is blooming and the blooms are just nice and whimsical and kind of all over the place. I did try to kind of push the growth of the Verbena bonariensis through the trellis so that it will have some sort of support, but a lot of them just kind of got away from me, and I mean, I don't really mind it. The only thing that I did different here from maybe the last time that you guys watch a video of mine is that I added a couple of terracotta pots on each side, well, one on each side of the steps, and the only thing that they are holding is some leftover coleus, Mighty Mosaic, and another one, Lime Delight, I believe. That is also a type of coleus, believe it or not, that is really great in the sun. I started that one from seed as well, and the beautiful pop of soft green, it just makes a nice contrast here. I wish that I would have had extras to put on the other side. I didn't have enough, so I just kind of left that one by itself. But I do wish that I had a couple here so that will be even. But I also just added that fern. I cannot remember the name of that fern, but it handles sun really, really well. I believe it's Queen Elizabeth or something like that. I will put the name on the screen for you if you're interested. But these guys handle really, really well the sun. I am not really good with ferns. The only thing that I was told by the person at the nursery was that I wanted to keep these guys water all the time. So that makes sense. And I think they look great right here with everything else that is going on here. The lantana, I mean, these guys are not disappointing. They always do perform really, really well. I know that a lot of you have problems with lantana being invasive where you live. This is not the case here in Indiana. They don't really get that big. The coleus that I have here on the side is doing exactly what I wanted it to do. I mentioned when I was putting these containers together that I really wanted to have the coleus on one side because I knew that it was going to get big and I knew that it was going to be able to fill this space quite well. Let me show you a different side. All of that is just 2 or 3 plants of coleus, and it is massive. It is really, really massive. The one thing that I'm not really sure why they're so short are the cannas. I have a couple of peach color cannas with dark foliage back there, and the reason why I put them back there is because I thought that they were going to get really, really tall and just cover the space nicely. They're not really growing that tall. It's either that it could be that they're super slow to grow, or that my dahlias are really, really quick to grow. So they're not growing too crazy tall. Mosquitoes are crazy. So it is what it is. It's totally fine. I am not at all worried about those cannas. If they don't grow that tall, that's fine because you can't even see them, and I mean, that's fine. I am really, really happy with how everything is performing here. The coleus, the lantanas, the geraniums, dahlias, Verbena bonariensis, they're doing great, you guys. The corten steel containers that are in the very, very corner of the front of the house are doing really, really well as well. I have a bunch of zinnias, dahlias, I have some salvia, and I do have some roses at the very, very end. The only thing that I have to do with these containers is obviously water them, but also I have to deadhead those geraniums, which is not really a big deal because I'm here all the time anyways. And the dahlias that I have here in this one side of the corten steel planters are dahlias that I started from seed. So the color, size, texture, shape, I don't really know. It will be a nice surprise. And I think the things are doing really, really well here as well. The zinnias are starting to bloom, which I love. I cannot remember what type of zinnias I have here. I'm gonna have to go back to my records. I have been really bad this year about tagging the plants that I have here, and you can tell which geraniums I don't keep up with deadheading because they don't look that well. And that's the one thing that I notice with geraniums that need deadheading. If I don't keep up on it, they will not be looking their best. It's almost like if I don't cut the blooms, the plant doesn't really push new blooms. And also we are showing some nice weeds that I definitely have to take care of. But this rose right here, somebody mentioned that it was going to get huge and that it was definitely outperform this trellis, and you're absolutely right. And I do have a couple of set of blooms there. This is a nice second flush. They're just freaking gorgeous. So before the sun starts to completely cover this side of the house, I am going to water the containers that need it. And then I am going to go back there in my backyard and just cut a bunch of flowers that definitely need to be harvested. I will probably have the roadside open tomorrow. I have had it open a couple of times now and it's going great. I have had definitely some challenges with it. Mostly selling the flowers, but nothing too big, nothing to be discouraged. I knew that this year was going to be new and it's definitely something that I have to kind of figure out. And so far, the growing of the flowers, the putting the bouquets together and the figuring out the timing for opening the roadside stand has been a lot of fun. I have to quickly do the harvest of the flowers because it was getting a little bit warm. The sun was starting to hit all of these flowers. But as you can tell, I have a nice collection of things. I have a lot of the same varieties here, like that Feverfew or the snapdragons, but I don't have enough of others. And I think right now it's just kind of how it's going to be. The amaranth, the red spike amaranth that I have here, while it's going great, while it's producing a lot, I have to say that I don't have enough flowers that I feel I can combine them with, because the color is just quite contrasty. But these ammi daras are starting to bloom. They're starting to open. So here in a few days, I'm going to have plenty of them. Definitely plenty to make a bunch of bouquets. And the stalks, they're definitely on their way out, especially with these temperatures. And I mean, I don't know how I feel about them, honestly. They don't really have that wow factor for me. I thought they were going to be. They're growing okay. I think the temperatures, the really warm temperatures hasn't really been helpful. I'll think about those. I'm not really sure how I feel about those. But one of the things that I discovered is that the foliage of marigolds, I have Kilimanjaro marigolds growing, and while some of the blooms are not quite there yet, you can tell that the foliage has a lot of blooms. Those are going to be removed. The foliage is really, really great for bouquets, and it holds really, really well. I did a test last week where I cut myself some for a bouquet for myself, and actually the plants started rooting in the water. So I know they're going to be great. I am going to be cutting a bunch of hydrangeas, Annabelle hydrangeas, that are on their peak, and those are going to be sort of my main flower for these bouquets that I'm making. And those pop of color of those snapdragons are just going to be a nice addition to these bouquets. So I gotta get to it. I gotta bring these guys inside and let them condition for a whole 24 hours. And tomorrow I will open the rods then for a few hours, and hopefully some people will get some flowers. Thank you for being here, you guys. I hope that you enjoyed this video. Let me know if you have any questions, and I will see you in the next time.